In the Iranian city of Karaj, people filled the streets in celebration after news that U.S.-Israeli strikes seeking regime change over the country's nuclear program have killed the country's supreme leader, the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. In the capital, Tehran, voices could be heard late into the night calling for a return of Iran's monarchy, driven out in a revolution nearly 50 years ago. Now, many want a new revolution to topple the Islamic theocracy that's been in place ever since. After a violent government crackdown on mass protests earlier in the year that may have killed tens of thousands of people, foreign intervention now seems to have opened that possibility. But Iran is under an internet blackout, meaning the whole picture may be more complex than the footage that's gotten out might suggest. Iran state TV says that strikes have killed civilians, including at least 118 inside this girls' elementary school. An unidentified person had this response, showing the government too has its supporters. But that leader, Ali Khamenei, is now dead. His death was claimed publicly by U.S. President Donald Trump and first denied, then confirmed, by Iranian state media. State TV's announcement hasn't named a successor. A three-person council will reportedly oversee a transition. But what comes next isn't a question the wider region has much time to mull over right now, because Iran is hitting back with drone and missile strikes of its own. U.S. installations in nearby countries, like this naval center in Bahrain, are among its chief targets. As is Israel in general, like this part of Tel Aviv, where firefighters battled flames. But around the Gulf, civilian sites like this residential block were hit too. The place where the questions, what happened and what comes next, are under fierce debate is the United States. Iran is yet another issue splitting an already polarized nation. In Los Angeles, home to a large Iranian American community, there was dancing and hugging in the streets at the news of Khamenei's death, with messages of thanks to President Trump and pre-Islamic Revolution flags speaking of years of bitter exile.
We've been up the whole night following the news. It's just a liberation. We don't look at it as an attack. It's just like World War II when they liberated the countries in Europe. And we are happy that the people of Iran are finally being liberated.
But in places like New York, there are uncomfortable memories of past U.S. interventions and a strong disquiet with the current administration.
I woke up this morning, now we're bombing Iran. We didn't learn from the Iraq war. We need a regime change here in this country. That's what the signs say. We need a regime change.
It's the same story in the political sphere, with politicians and officials posting for and against the strikes on social media. Amid the division, some Iran watchers are skeptical the death of Khamenei will play out quite the way the U.S. might hope, either with a popular uprising or at least a less hostile government. As Iranian-Swedish political analyst Trita Parsi sees it, Trump has walked away from a negotiated deal even better for the U.S. than what Iran offered Obama, and the next leaders won't be so amenable.
He could easily have declared victory. He could have easily said that this victory came as a result of his military threats. Instead, he chose war because it seems like his hope is to actually get regime change, surrender, and humiliation. So the next iteration of leadership that would come from the same security apparatus is, to the best of my assessment, not more inclined to accept that type of a humiliating surrender.
But the strife over Iran isn't over yet. With a thank you for your attention to this matter, the U.S. president posted on social media that more bombings may follow throughout the week, or as long as necessary. So this could be just the beginning in a tense chapter for Iran and the region, with the potential for even more serious escalation. Scott Huang and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.